What's up guys, my name is Blake Moore. Welcome to Doordash Driver Reacts, and today the video that I'm going to be reacting to is one from our boy Keyvon Truth. If you guys remember him, I reacted to one of his videos a couple days ago. So the video I'm going to be reacting to today of his is the video titled 7 Things I Wish I Knew Before I Started Doordash. So I'm going to just go through, see if I agree with him on these things and see what kind of tips he's giving out to people. And also, I got my shake right here. It's slightly frozen, so I have to eat it with a spoon, but you know what? It's all good. Let's get right into this video, but make sure you like and subscribe first. Okay guys, first of all, right off the bat, he just has the freshest clothing. Like, look at that shirt. I want it. I want it. I don't know if I could pull it off, but I want it.
Alright, what's good YouTube? This your boy Keyvon Truth, and we're back here today with another video. And in today's video, we're going to speak about 7 things that I wish I knew before I started doing DoorDash. Let's get it. What's going on YouTube? So the first thing that I wish I knew before I started doing DoorDash was to know how to cherry pick your orders. I
agree with that. When I first started, I was taking pretty much every single order. And I wish I knew that if you decline orders, there's better ones waiting around for you, just around the corner. So I agree with him on his tip number 1.
Picking is something I do every day. It's pretty much how you make the most money the fastest on DoorDash, right? So let me show you guys my acceptance rate so you can know that I cherry pick. Like, I do this. The advice that I'm giving you guys, trust me, I take it. This is my acceptance rate. 16%, and to be honest, that's
about what I average. Mine usually varies between like 10 to 30%. It really depends. Like if it's a weekend, I'm probably accepting more orders just because they're better orders, but I'd say mine and his are pretty close.
High, so that's kind of high for me. Cherry picking, man. Cherry picking is something that I wish I knew in the beginning, man, because DoorDash will send you a lot of orders that are bullshit. It's not helpful on making a lot of money. Like I have seen deliveries where they want me to go 12 miles for $3. You know what I'm saying? Like, cherry pick. Okay, so the second thing that I wish I knew before I started doing DoorDash is to always double check your orders. Always check to see if the customer had a drink.
That's true. The restaurants forget drinks so much, guys. Like, I wish that restaurants just knew how to do their job, and it would make our job a lot easier.
Always, if the customer had 10 items, make sure they have 10 items in a bag. That's something that definitely goes a long way. You get a higher customer rating, and it's just overall, it's just something good and efficient to do. The third thing that I wish I knew before I started dashing was to always cut off your Wi-Fi.
So this is one of the same tips that Bentley Coop gives in his, and I agree with it, but I don't think it like makes or breaks anything for you. Like, yeah, it's a pretty good tip, turn off your Wi-Fi, but I don't think that's gonna help you make any more money in the long run. But I agree with it. So
the reason why it's so important to cut your Wi-Fi off is because when you are connected to Wi-Fi, or when you have your Wi-Fi on, when you're driving around, your phone is operating off your cellular network. And when you have when you have your Wi-Fi turned on, if you drive somewhere that has open Wi-Fi with no security code, your phone is going to try to connect to that Wi-Fi. And that process from leaving your own cellular network to going to connected Wi-Fi, your phone is like temporarily going to have like no internet connection. So for those few little couple seconds, you might could have got an order that had a $40, $50 tip.
Is he being serious? Has he ever gotten a $40 or $50 tip? The only time I've ever gotten a tip that high was from Uber Eats. But I think he's just exaggerating to make a point.
And you're going to miss out on that order because your Wi-Fi was turned on. I have seen it happen many times where I'm driving around, I'm thinking everything good. I look down at my phone and it says your current dash has been paused. And, a lot of times that's due to... All right. So the fourth thing that...
What the heck was that?
wish I knew before I started doing DoorDash was to always inform the customer of the delivery status. So you can always shoot the customer ETA, let them know, hey, you're about 5 minutes away. I do that for every customer. All right, so due to the fact that it started raining and my sunlight got ripped away from me, I have to film the fifth thing I wish I knew before I started DoorDashing, leaving Chick-fil-A. So the fifth thing I wish I knew was to stay away from grocery orders, Walmart orders. Just stay away from those because it's just a waste of time.
I can somewhat agree with that, but I disagree with it as well. There's some really good Walgreens, CVS, and Walmart orders. I've gotten huge, massive tips from Walmart orders before. I've literally averaged $40 an hour from accepting a lot of Walmart orders back when they had it in my market. Like, they can really rack up in the tips. I mean, you don't get the tip for like another day, but it can definitely pay off. And also, if you look for the CVS and Walgreens orders that are like 1, 2, or 3 items, I would say those are pretty good because the payouts are usually actually really good. And so try to not accept ones that have a super high amount of items, but I don't think you should just stay away from them in total. No, like there's a couple good ones out there. So if there's a good one that pops up, accept it.
With me being a full-time dasher, I really don't have time to be going up 3 flights of stairs, up and down multiple trips with orders that people don't even tip on. So just stay away from those orders. Now, if you must do a Walmart order, I would suggest this. Stay under items like 15. If an order has more than 15 items, just stay from underneath that. It's just going to take too much time to complete, and 9 out of 10 you're not going to get a tip. So it's just not worth it. And the same goes for like CVS and Walgreens orders. If I were you, I would stay under like 5 items, because you got to think, if you're a guy, you're shopping for a woman, she's going to want things that you're not even going to know where they are. So it's just going to take too much time to ask around and look for that item. So for Walmart orders, stay under 15 items. For Walgreens and CVS orders, stay under 5 items. Okay, so the sixth thing that I wish I knew before I started doing DoorDash was the power of a smile. When you smile, everything just seems more pleasant about you. It gives off a very friendly vibe when you give them their order. There's been times where I have walked up to a customer, giving them their order, and the customer wasn't smiling until they seen I was smiling, and it just made the interaction just that much more pleasant.
Okay, so basically I agree with that tip. Yeah, you should smile, and I do think it helps to be positive, and it helps out everyone if you're smiling. But I don't think that has anything to do with the amount of money you make, unfortunately. I just really don't. And granted, he didn't say that these tips have anything to do with making more money, so I give him that, but still, I don't know if that's something I wish I knew before I started dashing. It's just not my thing. I still try and smile as much as I possibly can, but I don't know.
Me and them. So the power of a smile, I know I have a pretty good smile too, but never.
Okay, Keyvon, let's keep the main thing.
Estimate the power of a smile. All right, you guys. So the last and final step, for the last thing I wish I knew before I started doing DoorDash is to not listen to music when you drive. Or listen to music as you're doing DoorDash. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff, like talking on the phone, texting, all that stuff is a distraction. You know what I'm saying? Like,
bro, what does he do? If you're working like 8 to 12-hour shifts, what do you do the whole time? You just sit in silence? I mean, if he goes on to say like listen to audiobooks, listen to informational things, learn and gain knowledge while you're doing it, then I totally agree with it. But you gotta listen to something. Or I would just drive off of a cliff from boredom, honestly. I'm being dead serious. I get so bored dashing, especially being 3.5 years into it now.
When you're doing DoorDash, you need to be focused. You need to be really concerned about making this money the fastest way you can make it. You need to be checking to see if it's surging, because not all the time DoorDash informs you to let you know that it's surging. Just all that stuff.
It's surging? What is he saying there? I don't know.
Requires concentration. So you need to be focused. In this world, man, you can learn anything from YouTube. You can learn to play the piano from YouTube. You can learn to ride a bike from YouTube. You can learn to be a doctor from YouTube. Everything is on YouTube.
Okay, let's just pump the brakes a little bit. I don't think you could learn to be a doctor from YouTube. Though I do agree with him, you can learn almost anything from YouTube.
So whatever your dreams are in life, I would suggest you listen to that as you're doing DoorDash. To maybe use that as a motivation or something, because that's what I do when I'm doing DoorDash. I don't text. I don't be on the phone conversating. All the thing I do is I look at videos on how to become a better lifter with lifting weights, or videos on how to market my music, how to sell music, how to build a fan base. I'm listening to those kind of things as I'm doing DoorDash, not all that BS. You know what I'm saying? You have to be focused.
I agree with that 100%. That you should listen to stuff that helps you and motivates you, helps you learn things. But sometimes it is nice to just give your brain a little break, listen to music. And I really don't think DoorDash takes much effort whatsoever. I personally think a trained monkey could do it, in all honesty. You just push a couple buttons on your phone and grab orders. That's all it is. It doesn't take much cognitive thinking unless you're multi-apping. Multi-apping is a completely different story. So overall, a pretty good video in all honesty. And I don't really disagree with any of his tips. Some of them were just not my cup of tea, you know, not something I wish I knew before I started dashing. But anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully you got some entertainment out of it, and hopefully you got some good information out of it. And if you did, make sure you hit that like button for me, and also hit that subscribe button if you enjoy my content. And as you guys know, you're the best subscribers in the entire world, and I'll see you guys next time.